What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of this portable induction cooktop by Duxtop. And in this video I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the induction cooktop, including one important thing that I think everyone should know before buying it. And I'll also show me using it for a little bit so you can kind of get a demonstration. So a few things to know about it. So first off, it has an LCD sensor touchscreen here. So we turn this on, you can hear it kick on there, and then we just press menu to select the power. Now you notice that it's basically flashing pot. What does this mean? One of the nice safety features of this is that if you don't have a pot on here, right, even if I just put my hand, it realizes, hey, that's not a pot. And it's not gonna let you really turn this on until you put a pot on there, which is, again, a very nice safety feature. You can see here, you can do keep warm, you can do boil, you can do timer. We have used this, we have one of those like a travel kind of van that we use once in a while to go on road trips. And we keep this in there. It's been an absolute lifesaver because it's obviously very space saving and it does a great job in cooking really quick, which is nice when we're hungry on the road. So those wondering about the electricity for this, it does the standard 120 volts, 15 amp of electricity, which is basically normal in all homes. If you have a camper van, things like that, you might want to check that out, but it's pretty standard. So yeah, we haven't had any issues with that. Okay, so now I put an induction-friendly, some induction-friendly cookware on here. And you might hear that, I'm not sure, but there's a little buzz sound that happens. That's the actual induction happening between the two. But basically, this has a, I wanted to kind of show you this. So you can put this on a countdown timer for up to 10 hours if you'd like. It goes from 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 460 degrees. So it gets up there for sure. And I can tell you, again, I won't grab the bottom of this when I'm done because it's already going to be very, very warm, even at 5% power, because that's, what I have it set at right now. All right, so you can see it's sitting on here. We can turn up the power. And I'm not sure how much you can hear. There you go. So that noise is normal with induction cookware. That is basically the pan working with the cooktop to make the induction happen, to make it heat very, very, very fast. And I want to say, as annoying as that may sound, it's actually perfect. It's something that, again, you want to use this when you're looking to get, this water is already warm, you guys, and I barely had it on here. It's something when you're looking to cook quickly, especially on the go. That's what these are really great for. Or if you just don't want to use gas stoves or don't want to deal with cleaning, that's really what these are meant for. That said, if you're just looking for something at home and you want to have it, these are nice because it's obviously very, very easy to clean after you've used it. You can see that obviously there's just not a lot of cooking space, but that could be a beautiful thing if you just want to keep it simple. Now, before I get into what is really important to know, a few common questions. So how big of a pan, how big is the diameter that you can safely use on this cooker? So really the most you could probably use is about 11.5 inches. So this is about 8 inches around here. So you just have to understand that the bigger the pot that you use on here, right, the heat is going to be in the center, right? So if you're using a pot that's bigger than 8 inches around in diameter, it's fine. Just make sure that you're stirring it more often to distribute the heat evenly. I also saw people asking about the weight limit. So we have probably put 5 pounds on here at a time when we've made some stews and stuff with, a couple pounds of ground beef and a lot of liquid and etc. And we've had no problem. I don't know exactly what the limit is, but we haven't reached it. And we've cooked some, rather big pots while on the road and everything. So I don't know that that's really going to be much of a problem, but, just something to consider. So the most important thing to know by far with this, if you're not familiar with induction cooking, you have to have a pan that is induction friendly, right? You can tell we've used this pan. We use this one all the time when we cook. But this particular one, it's induction friendly. And you'll know because basically you can hold a magnet to it on the bottom and it will stick. Or if you're looking to buy one, just make sure that it's induction friendly. Look specifically for that. It's just the process in which this cooks. You need one that is induction friendly in order for it to work properly. And I do want to mention, you may have induction-friendly pots and pans at your house. You may just not know it. So it's one of those things that, you basically need to look into a little bit before you grab one of these, because without an induction-friendly one, it's just not going to work. But yeah, overall, we're obsessed with this thing. We use it all the time when we're traveling. We have used it at home a few times just to kind of keep things warm on the side. But definitely recommend. It's a great product and really has kept us happy since we've had it.